Is your truth a tangled web of lies? Do you find yourself bending the truth to avoid conflict, or maybe even to protect yourself? We all do it sometimes, those little white lies or convenient omissions. But what if those small fibs are leading you down a dangerous path? Freida McFadden's Never Lie dives headfirst into the murky world of deception, exploring the surprising reasons why we lie and the devastating consequences it can have on our lives. This book isn't just about catching people in white lies. It's about uncovering the complex psychology behind dishonesty and how it erodes trust in our relationships, careers, and even with ourselves. Stay tuned. Please don't forget to subscribe the channel for motivation videos. Are you ready to confront the truth about why you lie? 1. Understanding why we lie in Never Lie. Freida McFadden's Never Lie dives deep into the concept of honesty, exploring its role in our lives and the tangled web of lies we sometimes weave. The book unpacks the various reasons why people lie, from harmless white lies to elaborate deceptions. McFadden argues that while these lies might seem convenient in the moment, they often have unintended consequences, damaging trust and creating a ripple effect of problems. For instance, you might tell a white lie to avoid hurting someone's feelings, like saying their haircut looks nice when it's not quite your style. But what if this becomes a habit? A string of white lies can create distance and make it difficult to have open and honest conversations. Bigger lies, meant to cover up mistakes or hide the truth, can have even more severe consequences. Imagine lying to your partner about your finances or whereabouts. When the truth inevitably comes out, it can shatter trust and damage the relationship. Never Lie encourages us to be honest with ourselves and others, but acknowledges that there are situations where brutal honesty might not be the best approach. This is the focus of Step 5 below. 2. Why we lie in Never Lie. Freida McFadden's Never Lie delves into the murky world of deception, exploring the psychological reasons behind our lies. The book goes beyond simply classifying lies as white or big, but instead reveals the complex motivations that drive us to be dishonest. Fear is a major culprit. We might lie to avoid getting in trouble, protect our reputation, or shield ourselves from emotional pain. Imagine lying to your boss about missing work because you overslept. Fear of getting fired fuels the lie, but it can create anxiety and ultimately lead to a breakdown in trust. Insecurity can also play a role. We might lie to create a better image of ourselves, to appear more successful or well-liked than we actually are. This can be seen in social media, where people curate a perfect online persona that may not reflect reality. The need for self-preservation can also be a motivator. We might lie to avoid conflict or protect someone we care about. A child might lie about breaking a vase to shield a sibling from getting blamed. McFadden argues that while these motivations may seem understandable, lying often creates a cycle of deception. The initial lie requires more lies to cover it up, leading to a tangled web that's difficult to escape from. The book encourages us to confront our fears and insecurities, fostering an environment of trust and open communication to avoid the need for lies in the first place. 3. Ethical dilemmas in Never Lie. Freida McFadden's Never Lie isn't just a lecture on honesty. It's a thought experiment that challenges our moral compass. Throughout the book, McFadden presents readers with scenarios that blur the lines between truth and deception, forcing us to confront our own beliefs about what's right and wrong. Imagine this. You find out your best friend is cheating on their partner. Do you tell them the truth, potentially damaging their relationship, or keep the secret to protect their feelings? These dilemmas force us to consider the potential consequences of honesty versus the impact of keeping quiet. The book explores situations where honesty might have unintended negative effects. For example, a doctor might withhold a terminal diagnosis from a patient to spare them emotional distress. While honesty is generally valued, is there a place for compassion and protecting someone from harsh truths? McFadden doesn't offer easy answers. Instead, she encourages readers to critically analyze each scenario, considering the potential impact on all parties involved. The goal is to develop our own moral framework, one that values honesty but also acknowledges the complexities of human relationships. By grappling with these ethical dilemmas, Never Lie helps us become more thoughtful and compassionate individuals, better equipped to navigate the gray areas of life. 4. How Lies Erode Trust in Never Lie. Freida McFadden's Never Lie emphasizes the devastating impact lies can have on our relationships. The book delves into how even small deceptions can erode trust, the cornerstone of healthy connections with friends, family, and romantic partners. While seemingly insignificant, this breaks the unspoken contract of honesty that fosters trust. Repeated lies, regardless of size, create a sense of insecurity and doubt, making it difficult to believe anything your partner says. This can lead to constant questioning, arguments, and ultimately, a breakdown in the relationship. The book explores different types of lies and their consequences. Lies by omission, where we withhold information, can be just as damaging as outright falsehoods. For instance, a friend might hide their financial struggles, creating a distance and making it difficult to offer support. McFadden emphasizes the importance of open communication and honesty in building trust. When we're truthful with loved ones, we create a safe space for open dialogue and vulnerability. This fosters stronger connections and allows us to weather life's challenges together. Never Lie serves as a powerful reminder that honesty, even when uncomfortable, is the foundation for healthy and lasting relationships. 5. Finding the Balance in Never Lie. Freida McFadden's Never Lie acknowledges the complexities of truth-telling. While advocating for honesty, McFadden recognizes that there are situations where blunt honesty might not be the kindest or most productive approach. The book emphasizes the importance of tact and finding a balance between honesty and sensitivity. Imagine you witness a friend wearing an outfit that's a bit out of style. While blurting out the truth might seem honest, it could also be hurtful and damage their confidence. McFadden suggests a more tactful approach, perhaps offering a gentle suggestion or simply complimenting another aspect of their look. The book highlights the power of positive framing. Instead of focusing on negativity, honesty can be delivered in a way that's encouraging and supportive. For instance, if your child is struggling in school, you can be honest about their performance, while also offering help and expressing your belief in their ability to improve. Never Lie emphasizes that honesty doesn't always mean saying everything that comes to mind. It's about being truthful in a way that considers the other person's feelings and the situation at hand. By mastering the art of tactful communication, we can navigate difficult conversations with honesty, while also maintaining respect and empathy. 6. Deception Within in Never Lie. Freida McFadden's Never Lie delves beyond external lies, exploring the concept of self-deception. The book argues that we can sometimes be our own worst enemies, weaving intricate webs of lies not for others, but for ourselves. Self-deception often stems from a desire to avoid confronting uncomfortable truths. We might lie to ourselves about our bad habits, unhealthy relationships, or unachieved goals. Imagine someone constantly justifying their procrastination by telling themselves they work better under pressure. This self-deception prevents them from taking action and achieving their full potential. McFadden highlights the dangers of self-deception. When we lie to ourselves, we hinder personal growth and miss opportunities for self-improvement. The book encourages us to challenge our own biases and be brutally honest with ourselves. This involves introspection, acknowledging our shortcomings, and taking responsibility for our actions. Never Lie offers tools to combat self-deception. McFadden suggests practices like journaling to gain clarity on our thoughts and motivations. Surrounding ourselves with honest and supportive people can also be helpful. These individuals can hold up a mirror and help us see ourselves more objectively. Ultimately, the book argues that self-deception is a barrier to authenticity and a fulfilling life. By embracing honesty with ourselves, we can shed the masks we wear and live a life true to our values. 7. Honesty Around the World in Never Lie. Freida McFadden's Never Lie expands the conversation on honesty beyond individual psychology, exploring the influence of culture on our perception of truthfulness. The book highlights how societal norms and values shape our attitudes towards lying and deception. Imagine a situation where a salesperson in North America might downplay a product's minor flaw to close a deal. In this culture, directness and efficiency are valued, and subtle dishonesty might be seen as a normal sales tactic. However, in a collectivist culture that emphasizes social harmony, such an approach could be seen as disrespectful and damage trust. McFadden encourages us to develop cultural sensitivity when navigating honesty across borders. Understanding different cultural values can help us avoid misunderstandings and build stronger relationships with people from diverse backgrounds. For instance, a seemingly blunt statement in one culture could be interpreted as honesty and directness, while the same statement in another culture might be seen as rude or disrespectful. The book emphasizes the importance of clear communication, regardless of culture. By being upfront about our intentions and expectations, we can minimize the potential for misinterpretations and build trust, even when cultural norms differ. Never Lie reminds us that honesty, while taking on different forms across cultures, remains a universal value that can bridge divides and foster understanding. 8. Reclaiming honesty and never lie. Freida McFadden's Never Lie offers a message of hope, emphasizing that it's never too late to embrace honesty and rebuild trust. The book acknowledges that we all make mistakes, tell lies, and stray from the path of truthfulness. However, McFadden argues that what truly matters is taking responsibility for our actions and working towards redemption. Imagine you've lied to a loved one and the truth comes out, causing a rift in the relationship. Never Lie doesn't advocate for brushing things under the rug. Instead, it stresses the importance of sincere apologies and taking ownership of your mistakes. Owning up to your deception demonstrates remorse and a willingness to rebuild trust. The book highlights the importance of forgiveness in the journey towards redemption. While forgiveness might not come easily, it's a crucial step in healing relationships. McFadden suggests open communication and a genuine effort to change your behavior to show your commitment to honesty. Never Lie emphasizes that redemption is a process, not a one-time event. It takes time and consistent effort to rebuild trust that has been broken. The book offers practical tips like actively listening to the other person's concerns, demonstrating your trustworthiness through your actions, and being patient with the healing process. Ultimately, Never Lie argues that honesty is a journey, not a destination. While we might stumble and make mistakes along the way, the commitment to truthfulness and the pursuit of redemption can pave the way for stronger relationships, personal growth, and a more fulfilling life. Conclusion. Freida McFadden's Never Lie doesn't offer a definitive conclusion that says, always be honest, no matter what. Instead, the book equips you with the tools to navigate the complexities of truthfulness in everyday life. Never Lie encourages us to live a life guided by honesty and integrity. By embracing these principles, we can build stronger relationships, achieve personal growth, and foster a more trusting and fulfilling world. Stop lying to yourself. The shocking truth about why we lie and how to stop.